October 2015, CIA Headquarters, Virginia. John Brennan receives a call from an unknown number. The caller sounds like a kid who tells John that he has hacked into all of the CIS systems. This call would have been considered a prank if it had been made to an ordinary person. But John Brennan was the director of the world's most powerful intelligence agency, the CIA. Just knowing his personal mobile number was a big deal, let alone calling him. This is the story of two kids who hacked into the CIS systems and made a superpower like America dance to their tune. Who were these kids and why and how did they pull off this feat? Welcome once again, viewers, to Discover TV. When the caller was asked about his demands, he said that the US should stop its attacks in the Middle East, particularly in Palestine, and let the world live in peace. Even before this call, the CIA had already realized that their system had been hacked. The extent of damage this hacking caused to the CIA and the US will become clear as the video progresses. As soon as the call ended, the entire US government and CIA sprang into action. A kid hacking into such a massive intelligence agency was a moment of great embarrassment for the CIA. To put things into perspective, CIA agents consider it a failure even if just their identity is disclosed. In fact, inside the CIA headquarters in Langley, Virginia, there's a Starbucks branch where officers get coffee in cups with no logos or names, ensuring that agents cannot be traced through them. Now, imagine how big of a deal it was for the CIA to have its entire system hacked. The investigation began, and it was discovered that the call came from Leicester, England, and was made by a 15-year-old boy who called himself Cracka. He had created a hacking community called Crackers with Attitude. But how and why did he hack the CIA? To understand this, we need to go back to 2008, where the story begins. In 2008, in Virginia, USA, there was another boy known as Default, who was a gaming enthusiast. He started modifying the programming of online games like Counter-Strike to manipulate the rules and win easily. He learned all of this from the internet. Default was inspired by the hacking group Anonymous, which had become famous by hacking large websites and posting messages to make statements. Seeing this, Default was impressed and stepped into the world of hacking. He started by hacking small websites but wanted to do something big. To do that, he needed a hacking group, so he joined a group called AnonSec. This group had already hacked many websites, mostly for political purposes. AnonSec used botnets, viruses spread over the internet to take control of infected computers. Since Default was a member of AnonSec, he had access to this botnet network.
One day, he discovered that one of the infected computers belonged to a Canadian medical college. With some effort, he gained access to the college's financial records, which showed that students still owed over $9 million. He deleted all these records, causing chaos in the medical college's financial system. This was his first successful hacking attempt, done out of mischief, but his next hack was done out of anger. In 2014, Denmark's government passed a shameful law allowing animal abuse. This angered animal rights activists worldwide. Default, who owned a pet dog he loved dearly, was furious. In retaliation, he and his group hacked Denmark's official website and posted a bold message: "Did you know your government allows animal abuse?" Not only that, but Default also used botnets to attack and shut down all websites that supported the law. As news spread about Denmark's website being hacked, international pressure mounted against the country. Eventually, the Danish government gave in and revoked the law the following year. This was Default's first major success, but the credit went to Anonymous instead of him, which frustrated him. However, he didn't give up and continued his work. Like other hackers, Default never disclosed his identity. He knew that if he were ever traced, the consequences could be dire. He avoided using his home Wi-Fi and instead installed a satellite connection far from his house, linking it to his home via a private network. His computer was highly secure. It took 30 minutes just to turn on, but for the sake of privacy, he didn't mind the wait. So far, you've learned about the key characters in this story: Cracka from England and Default from the USA. Before 2013, they didn't know each other, but an incident brought them together. Edward Joseph Snowden, a computer intelligence consultant for the National Security Agency NSA, discovered that the CIA was secretly collecting data from every internet user and using it for its own purposes without their knowledge. Snowden wanted to expose this, but he knew that doing so while living in the US would be dangerous. He could be killed or imprisoned. So, he took a leave of absence and fled to Hong Kong, where he revealed the CIA's secret to journalists. As soon as this news broke, it caused a global uproar. People were outraged that their private data was being used without their consent. In reaction to this, Default and Cracka got in touch with each other. They decided to teach the American government and CIA a lesson. Their goal was the same. Default wanted revenge on the US for violating citizens' privacy, while Cracka wanted revenge for the attacks on Gaza. Their common enemy was the US government. Their first move was to leak the phone number of James Clapper, the US Director of National Intelligence, making it publicly accessible to anyone. Now, they wanted to hack someone even more high-profile, CIA Director John Brennan. Cracka searched online for information about Brennan and found a public phone number linked to him. This number belonged to an American mobile operator, Verizon. Posing as a Verizon employee, Cracka called the company's internal tech team, claiming he needed to resolve a customer issue. Verizon asked for verification, which Cracka had already hacked. After verifying his identity, Verizon shared Brennan's personal details with him. Now, Cracka had Brennan's account number, backup mobile number, home address, and even the last four digits of his bank card. The next step was to hack Brennan's email. Cracka requested Brennan's email service provider to reset his password, which required the last four digits of his bank card information Cracka already had. This gave him instant access to Brennan's email. Inside Brennan's private email were top-secret CIA documents, data on other CIA officers, their social security numbers, and classified government instructions. Brennan quickly realized his email had been hacked and shut it down, but by then, it was too late. Cracka had already downloaded everything. One by one, Cracka started leaking official documents, causing chaos in the US. The CIA faced worldwide embarrassment. Determined to catch the hackers, the CIA and FBI launched a massive investigation, but initially found no leads. Days after hacking Brennan, Cracka leaked personal details of 9,000 Department of Justice employees and 20,000 FBI agents on social media. Even after this, Cracka lived comfortably, believing he was untouchable. However, Default, being a US resident, grew anxious. He feared that if caught, he would face severe consequences. Their downfall came when Default, under the influence of alcohol, told a friend that he was behind the CIA hack. This mistake led to their capture. A few days later, the FBI raided Default's room and dragged him away. During interrogation, he revealed Cracka's real identity. With help from British police, Cracka was arrested. Cracka's real name was Kane Gamble, and Default's real name was Justin Gray Liverman. Due to his young age, Cracka was sentenced to 2 years in prison, while Default, who wasn't directly involved in the CIA hack, received a 5-year sentence. Both are now free and have pursued careers in cybersecurity. Do you think what they did was right or wrong? Let me know in the comments. We hope you enjoyed this video by Discover TV. Thanks for your love and support. Keep liking and sharing. See you in the next amazing video.